Freaks, it's Friday, April 29th, 2022. Coming up on the program today, a holy butt-loving. Plus, a crazy person thinks she's being stalked by the sun. Don't let every man ejaculate inside of you. And other helpful comments from a school board meeting. And rappelling down a shitter. All coming up today.
What's all the damn noise? Sound like Stalker taking a shit!
Have you ever skipped rope?
No!
Have you never played ball?
No!
Never jumped around?
No!
Have you never danced at all?
Fuck you!
Skipping rope left to right,
Oh, shit!
crossing over and back,
The hell is that shit?
spin the ball on your head,
Oh, fuck! Say it!
knees, chest and feet. You gotta listen to me. Can't you see that life is full of games?
Oh, yeah!
And they make you feel so happy. You know they make you wanna fly. So play games all your life,
Bitch!
jumping forward and back.
Wait a minute, you dick!
Now try it reverse.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, there!
Dance to the beat.
Where's the paper towel?
Clap your hands and move about. You gotta listen to me. Can't you see that life is full of games? And they make you feel so happy. You know they make you wanna fly. So play games on your every single life is full of games. And they make you feel so happy.
Last time I gave a
You
shit!
know they make you wanna
Here, you fished it on a test!
So play games every single day of your life.
Calm down. Don't get a big dick.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
Crystal meth loosens up your butthole.
Welcome to 1-800-ASSHOLE.
This is the biggest watermelon I think I ever seen.
Try new peanut butter aids.
My sugary wound.
Yes, Tim Henson back here with you one more time as we end the week with the Friday show, posting the podcast a little bit late. I gave you a heads up on Twitter. You follow me over there. You really should be. I'm quite good at tweeting. Anyway, there's no real emergency or anything. It's just, occasionally the show's just going to be posted late. It's the way the world works. I do have a great program for you, and we start with one of my favorites. We haven't really featured her recently on the podcast. Gail Cord Schuler, also known as Gabrielle Channa, High Priestess of the Church of Gail. She's a standard insane person on YouTube. She's got some mental problems. She believes she's married to Brent Spiner. Brent Spiner has asked that I stop encouraging her. That has yet to happen. I don't foresee that in our future. Besides, I just play what she posts on YouTube. There are other people out there that fuck with Gail. They pretend to be her men. They pretend to be Brent Spiner. As a matter of fact, Brent Spiner, in quotes, emailed Gail recently with a confession. I'm surprised she didn't completely fly off the handle and go on a multi-state shooting spree.
Oh boy, let me go ahead and read a letter written by my husband, Brent Spiner. Dearest Gail, I have quite the confession to make. However, to say that I am apologetic or feel any remorse for what I did would be an outright falsehood. I will never apologize for what I just had to do as a man and husband. It all started when I was in my kitchen with Buddha, sharing conversation over tea.
It's not unusual for Gail to feature additional celebrities in her fantasies, and I guess Buddha could be considered a celebrity. For a while, Vladimir Putin played a large part in her life.
Lately, we've been spending a lot of time getting to know each other.
Oh my God, did Brent Spiner fuck Buddha? No!
What's on your mind, Brent? He asked. I've just been concerned with the fact that getting butt-fucked by Jesus took away my free will in regards to Gail sleeping with other men.
Guess it wasn't Buddha I had to be worried about. Jesus Christ took advantage of Brent. Gotta be honest with you, I did not see that one coming. I think the issue is we've been away from the Gail universe for too long. We don't know all the characters and we're unfamiliar with the current storylines.
Ever since I got butt-fucked at that sex party on Discord hangout night, I've had no feelings of possessive attachment to Gail and have let her have sex freely with other men.
I guess prior they were in a monogamous relationship. Then boom, the second Brent gets butt fucked, he's like, do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm a power bottom now, girl.
Even when I saw that her sexual and romantic inclinations had become focused almost entirely on Jesus.
Holy shit, we've got quite the love triangle brewing here. Gail is married to Brent. Brent gets butt fucked by Jesus. Gail is in love with Jesus. Oh, it's almost unbelievable. This is like a daytime soap opera level of nuttiness.
Feel the way a husband should feel about another guy moving in on his wife. I know that a cuck is a guy whose wife sleeps with other men. Does this really make me a cuck?
I think it makes Jesus a bull. Isn't that what they're called when you get a guy to come fuck your husband? Gail's married to Brent. Jesus fucks Brent. Yeah.
Buddha sipped his tea, calmly listening. He wisely considered.
Brent is so lucky to have a friend in Buddha. He's like the one guy that might know what to do in this situation.
This would depend on if this was happening because you mutually decided to have an open relationship with your wife, or if it's because you had no choice but to accept your wife's desires for other men and won't do anything to stop it. That's the thing, I replied. I've asked Jesus to unbutt-fuck me so that I could have my free will back.
Oh, one thing I've learned in life is you cannot be unbutt-fucked as much as you may want to. You can't put that worm back in the can after that worm has been in your can. No takesy-backsies, says the worm.
I want the ability to consent to sexual acts in my marriage rather than be under this butt-fucking spell. But every time I ask to get unbutt-fucked, Jesus tells me he's busy. We both looked over at Jesus.
Jesus is in the room? Is he just like whistling in the corner, pretending he can't hear any of this? Twiddling his thumbs?
Who was currently fast asleep on my couch.
Okay.
He was snoring loudly.
What a party.
His mouth wide open, a tiny trickle of drool forming at the corners of his lips.
Now why you gotta go do Jesus dirty like that?
Where he still had a joint. The joint fell from his lips and onto the couch.
Again, these messages are sent to Gail from internet trolls. I don't even know if you can call them trolls because they do, despite fucking with Gail, they like her, right? They send her money. They help her out when she needs to move. It's a very strange relationship. And as long as Gail's not hurting anyone, I mean, she's living in a fantasy land anyway. Is there any harm in all of this? Messing around with her a little bit, I guess.
I see, Buddha observed, taking another sip of tea. Well, unbutt-fucking isn't a difficult process. I can do it myself if you'd like. Oh, would you? I breathed a sigh of relief. I would appreciate that so much.
Oh, this is great. Brent is going to get unbutt-fucked and then can have a normal relationship with his beautiful wife, Gail. When you're done with Brent, can you do me next, Buddha? I mean, not that I've ever been butt-fucked. I am strictly an aggressive power top.
Buddha rose from his chair and motioned for me to do so as well. Of course. Turn around.
Oh, yeah. To be unbutt-fucked, we're going to need to see where you are butt-fucked.
I'll need access to your root chakra.
I'm going to fast forward. Apparently, his root chakra was blocked, and Buddha gets to work.
Buddha, rather than butt-fuck me like Jesus, simply separated his hands in a spreading motion as if opening me up. A ball of dark energy appeared around my anus. Buddha grabbed the energy ball and yanked.
Oh, yeah. I've had those types of shits before. They, they cling on. Oh, my God, Brent Spiner, cling on. It all makes sense.
And as he did so, a burst of red glowing light exploded out of my anus.
Okay, now that's something that's never happened to me.
I immediately felt a rush of emotion. Buddha, I gasped. Thank you.
All right. We're only a fourth of the way through the story. I don't know where this is going, but I think this is a good place to end. A happy ending, if you will. So that's what Gail is up to. I'll try to remember to provide a link on the show notes today. If you want to watch the whole video, you can review the rest of it and let me know if there's any other good parts. We got to move on, though. One of you freaks turned me on to Digbar, who is a musical artist. I'm not sure if we featured any of his content yet on the podcast. He does not like to be pigeonholed into any one genre. The one common theme is all of the songs are very, very gay. I paid $1 for a condom, big booty men, play with his balls, play with his nuts, ambidextrous. You may have played that one on the podcast. Sounds familiar. Anyway, in Dig Bar's latest single, he goes country, baby.
It's been one hell of a day. I fucked the cowboy on a bale of hay. He said, Dig Bar, you really are great. I said, yeah, I know. Now stick that dick on my face. He riding in on a horse. He gon' fuck me till I'm sore. Take your boots off at the door and your Wrangler jeans, of course. I said, ooh.
This one goes out to Brent Spiner and Jesus.
Ooh, I need me some cowboy loving, baby boy. I'ma make you my cowboy husband. Now saddle up, come on and get in this bud. Come on and show me what's up. We're on the farm, we're out in the country. Come on, cowboy daddy, just fuck me. Take off those.
I demand that the Brokeback Mountain soundtrack be re-released to include this song. It would fit in perfectly. Just to give you an idea of Dig Bar's range, here is another song. This is Play With His Butt, Play With His Nuts.
Play with his butt, play with his nuts, play with his butt, I play with his nuts, play with his butt, I play with his nuts, play with his butt, I play with his nuts, play with his butt, I play with his nuts, play with his butt, I play with his nuts, play with his butt, I play with his nuts, play with his butt, I play with his nuts and his booty that's given. I'm tying my dick around his neck like some rib. I need you to make a decision. Do you want it fast or you want me to stroke with precision? I promise you since I was 7.
I can already tell I'll be fucking to this music.
Had me a vision, 45 niggas sitting in my kitchen. When I walked in, it was dirty dicking each other while arguing over chicken. But that's just a fantasy. Always keep me a man with me. Women, I've always abandoned me. If you offended,
he's good, right? I mean, he's pretty talented. I'll play one more snippet from a track here. This is Big Booty Men, Lil Sniff, featuring Dig Bar, Gay Raps.
I be sucking on my black like it's cotton. I ain't gay, but I slaughter on that dick every day. I let him know on my motherfucking face. I was fucking with a preschooler, but that's a case. Cops at my door, gotta do the race.
Was that about preschool kids?
Big, I had to embrace. It was at least the size of 3 snakes. Yeah, his cock had a beat for my rock. Cause that shit was...
I'm not feeling this one. Still, everyone should check out Dig Bar. He's got a massive catalog. Oh, there's something for everyone. As long as you are into hardcore gay raps. Moving on, do you remember several years ago, I mean, this was a long time ago, we featured a woman who was freaked out about her water, specifically the water coming out of her garden hose. Oh, she's on to the government. She knows they're putting something in the water, and she has the proof.
I'm just wondering what the heck is in our water supply? What the heck is in our oxygen supply of the metallic oxide salt that create a rainbow effect in a sprinkler?
Yes, the bitch is freaking out over a rainbow. She thinks something is being added to the water, even though rainbows have always sort of existed. I don't think she understands how a rainbow is made. Water is needed. The light hits the droplet. The light is reflected at different angles. It produces different colors. Basically, something like that, right? She must not know this because she's convinced they're putting something in the water to make the rainbows.
What is oozing out of...
She's called the cops, as you can hear.
Our ground.
What is oozing out of our ground? I don't know what that has anything to do with the hose.
That allows this type of effect to happen. Not just around our sun and our moon anymore. Everywhere we look. The visible spectrum is rainbows.
You know, it should be noted, this video was actually recorded, I think, back in 2007. Long before QAnon, before Obama was elected. I mean, there were crazy. There's just always been crazy people. That's the moral of this story. Well, 15 years later, we have our second elemental insane person. I think eventually they're all going to combine into Captain Planet or something. So we've got Water Psycho, and now I'd like to introduce Fire Bitch. She's got a vendetta against the sun. Yeah, there's something weird going on with the sun. She's got questions here.
Alrighty, this is the intersection of Foothill Boulevard and Euclid Avenue in Upland, California. And this is...
She's filming the sun, by the way.
This is 7:50 in the morning. So, and this is within what is daylight savings time. So outside of daylight savings times, AU 94S75 paper plate.
10-4 GU fork spoon. I don't know what the hell she's trying to say there with paper plates. Oh, I guess now is a good time to mention the name of her YouTube channel, and I knew she was insane the second I read this. The Pattern of Conduct, in all caps. I don't know, just something about the way that's written and the words. You see that? Like, I guess I've been around the block with these nut job people, but you see that and you know you're in for a ride.
And the entity is hovering a light source directly over me. I'm also on the bus, Route 61 at this time.
Again, the light source is the sun.
And I'm on that bus. The bus is driving eastbound on Hope Boulevard, which is not in perfect alignment with where I'm standing on Foothill Boulevard in Upland, California. And you have what is, again, the pattern of keeping a light source in alignment with me.
To break it down, this woman is freaked out because the sun is following her. She's like, wherever I go outside, I can see the sun.
And the entity keeping that light source in perfect alignment with me at that bus stop in Ontario, going in the same direction that I have captured at 8:30 in the morning. Then again at 10:30 in the morning from the same bus stop to the same destination, Upland Public Library. We're speaking to and revealing what is not the sun. That is inconsistent placement.
It is the sun.
But
she's saying no matter which way she goes, the sun is right there. It shouldn't be in her line.
Consistent documentation of what is stalking with the light source that's not possibly the sun, as it is not remaining present over the Upland Public Library as I arrived there hours later, which I've documented over the past few days.
Oh my God.
All of this is speaking to what is not the sun that's over the Fontana Library. But that was already established when the entity has been stalking with the light source.
Yeah, she's being stalked by an entity, according to her. And she speaks with such conviction. It's not like questioning, like, why is this light following me? She knows it's an entity and it's stalking her. And this is some, intergalactic bullshit.
And the bus is turning from driving west on Airport Drive and then turning onto Archibald to drive north. And that fake sun is in the window. Would not be able to see this from Foothill Boulevard and Euclid Avenue. This is stalking with the light source. And the entity is maintaining a light source over me while I am getting off of Route 83.
How do you know the entity is after you? There are so many people on the road right now. Why do you think it's about you? You're a fucking narcissist. Anyway, yeah, as suspected, you go on her YouTube channel. There are thousands of videos and just craziness after craziness. Here's one from the 26th of April. Terrorizing threat by entity engaged in federal stalking, harassment, and molestation. This does not take place outside. This is inside of a library. Now, if there's a huge ball of light in the library, then maybe I'll believe her. Stalking her. Oh, she's going towards the window. Oh, no. The sun again.
I'm going to show you what is impossible light. There is no sunlight that's going to be aiming backwards through this direction. This is concentrated light through the hallways. The demon-possessed group stalking inside of the library, filling the venue.
It could be that the library is illuminated because there are light bulbs. And those lights are turned on.
And as I already captured before at 5:19 p.m. while sitting at that same computer, where I captured the African-American male, he's in relevant position, the entity engaging in flashing of directed light. Stephanie, not Stephanie Ortiz, the other Stephanie, the lumpy one as I referred to, is group stalking. All right, she's in position, she is monitoring.
Like everyone is after her. There's an African-American at the library that might be in on this. Chunky, lumpy Stephanie is in on this. They're all gang stalking and molesting this poor woman. They're in cahoots with the ball of light.
This is the presence also of what is supposed to be the sun. This is breaking this system down. It's demonic. Ongoing targeting, ongoing malice by demons who are stalking and monitoring you.
I've got a wild idea. It may just help this woman out.
Cleed disappear, Cleed Venus.
Yes, we get the Clued disappear guy. The man who can use his mind to make clouds shrink. My theory is if he can make them shrink, he can make them appear and make the clouds bigger. If he makes enough clouds, he makes the sun disappear. Boom, that energy source, that demonic light, can't follow the woman anymore. It's hidden behind the clouds. I mean, I could ask T-Chase if he could make the sun disappear itself, but that's a tall order. I think he's more comfortable in clued manipulation.
Disappear, Cleed disappear. Cleed disappear. Cleed disappear.
I think I could really help this woman and get her in touch with T-Chase. All right, moving on now. It's absolutely crazy how things progress politically in such a short time. All right, so Florida passes this Don't Say Gay bill because they're worried about children being taught about gay things at a young age, even though that may or may not even be happening anywhere. Disney was remaining silent on the issue until a bunch of employees made a big stink and was like, hey, Disney, you should really say something about this. And Disney was like, yeah, we don't think it's cool how you're treating the gays. And that just pissed off Ron DeSantis, the governor. He retaliated by basically saying, look, if you're against this bill, you're basically groomers. You're probably pedophiles. And also, we're just going to strip Disney of their special status here in Florida. Now it's like a nationwide issue. It's kind of getting scary out there, again, for gay people. Not everywhere, but it is spreading. There's something weird going on in Idaho. A biker gang is setting in a GOP representative. They're in cahoots. They've set up some sort of event on the very same day as Gay Pride. And they're encouraging their followers, I guess, to come well equipped. Bring your guns. The flyer says if they want a war, we'll give them a war. And this is all about protecting the family.
We are having an event the very same day.
How fun.
That very same day, we actually intend to go head to head with these people. A line must be drawn in the sand.
Like, have these people been to a gay pride parade? It's not threatening in the least. It's colorful. I mean, yeah, there's some fucking weirdos on floats. But if it's like the gay pride events that I've been to, it's like a fair of any sort. You know, like a street fair. There's concession stands, merchants. Everyone's trying to make a buck. It's all very commercialized.
But we're asking a lot of you, leave your homes, leave your comfort, come stand. If you want to see it, if you want to see what they're promoting, come down there on June 11th.
Yeah, bring your guns. Let's intimidate some queers. This is going to end well. I mean, I can already envision how this could go. I mean, they're strapped, man. They've got guns. Then the first gay couple they see with a kid, they're going to think, oh my God, it's a pedophile, or it's trafficking. They stole some child that they're about to rape, and they're going to fucking open fire on them. Not realizing that gay people are technically allowed to adopt still. See what I mean? Like, it's scary. And it didn't take much to get these people to start coming out of the woodworks again. It's totally because of this Disney thing, right? Like in the Don't Say Gay bill. It had to have emboldened them a little bit. Here is a parent at a school board meeting in Nevada.
Yeah, which also California, where we happen to take our kids for Disneyland.
Oh, yeah, I think that she's talking about a student trip the kids went on. Uh-oh. I guess, Nevada's not too far away from California. That's where Disneyland is at.
Which also California, where we happen to take our kids for Disneyland with our school trip.
Can we please
Disney
focus
under
on 3.03?
No, I am.
We're not talking about water
Disney
rights.
We're finding out it's super creepy and weird. California allows you to have sex with kids as long as there's a 10-year or less age difference. That's where we're taking our kids with our sexually confused teachers who don't have children of their own. I've been with my husband for 20-something years.
All right,
I never have to discuss my sex life in public because my 3 beautiful kids teach your girls not to let every guy...
Yeah, she's off and running. It's funny because they've hired a sign language person. So there's someone in the corner signing all of this insanity.
Teach your girls not to let every guy come to them so they don't have to have abortion.
Miss Kingsley,
Take control of your children.
What about guys coming in them? Like, come in.
Miss Kingsley.
Let every guy come in them so they
come in them. This is insane. This is cuckoo.
Teach your girls not to let every guy come in them. So
don't let every guy come in you.
They don't have to have abortion.
Miss Kingsley,
Take control of your children.
Can you
ejaculate?
Absolutely not.
Don't let everyone ejaculate at you.
Yeah, that's the problem with what you said.
Control your own body. You don't have abortions. Planned Parenthood was founded to kill minorities.
We're going to.
She's just rattling off bullet points.
Why are you cutting off my time?
You are completely out of order.
This is why
we are in a board meeting. This is out of order. Miss Kingsley, please leave the dais.
No.
We're here to discuss potentially replacing our school lunch provider.
No, you don't get
That's what this debate was supposed to be about.
You don't get to control. Hey, you have a box of puke pubic hair. You have a book. You have a book
Can we have-
of pubic hair you collected, Lola Brooks. I know about your book. I know about your book of pubic hair.
You wanna?
I would have started my speech off with the pubic hair. I mean, if you know something about a book of pubic hair, that's pretty explosive. And that's what's happening in Nevada. So again, things are going well here in the country. I think it has something to do with the weather. Things are warming up. People want to get out and just be fucking insane. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted up, fucked up news right now. Someone tweeted at me, is there nocturnal transmission tonight? No, it's not yet a weekly show. Eventually, I would love to make it a weekly program. We'll see how it goes. Today, though, I'm posting the show late. No nocturnal transmission. I don't even know if we're going to do it next week because my thought is it's Mother's Day that weekend, and I would like to go see my mom. But I will let you know probably as of Monday what our plans for nocturnal transmission is. But it is coming back. It is something we will be doing on a somewhat regular basis. I just posted a new clip from our first nocturnal transmission. We spent probably a good 20 minutes going over that absolutely wonderful People versus Predator video with the meth addict who was constipated. It's one of my favorite Predator poacher videos, and I sort of condensed it down to 5 or 6 minutes. People versus Predator actually commented on the video. I'm glad they liked it. Much respect to them. Everyone go subscribe. It's Vlad's friend, as a matter of fact. He runs that channel. He's catching predators. I need to get him on Nocturnal Transmission because I have some questions like about the logistics, how they go about this stuff. Kind of interesting, right? Maybe on an upcoming episode of DV or Nocturnal Transmission, we can get that guy. Anyway, if you want to check out that, make sure you're subscribed to our new YouTube channel. I'll provide a link in the show notes. And of course, you can go to distortedview.com. It's right at the main navigation bar. Just click on YouTube. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's our goal. Well over halfway there at this point. Don't forget, if you're not yet Sideshow members, now's a great time to sign up. Superfreaksideshow.com. It is our member site where every week I post brand new, full-length exclusive episodes of DV, typically on Tuesday and Thursday. Yesterday was a Sideshow exclusive podcast. If you want to hear it, you got to sign up, superfreaksideshow.com. All major credit cards and PayPal accepted. And remember, if you listen to DV on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can now get Sideshow exclusive episodes right in those apps. You can sign up, just takes a few taps, and boom, you're in. Super easy. Thank you to all of my Sideshow members. You are the reason this show continues. All right, 3 very quick stories now. First up, a man has attacked a Delta flight attendant over a drink. Don't worry, he has a good excuse. He did it because he's homophobic, and that flight attendant was very, very gay. See what I mean? It's open season on gay people. Thank God I don't leave the house. A man flying first class, quit bragging, said his homophobia may have ignited his temper that led him to attack a Delta Airlines flight attendant for, usually people like deny they're homophobic, even when it's like obvious. This guy's like using it as a defense. Interesting strategy. Let's see how it pays off. A man flying first class said his homophobia may have ignited his temper that led him to attack a Delta Airlines flight attendant for refusing to serve him an alcoholic drink. He told FBI agents the flight attendant was homosexual.
Okay, I'm a homosexual. I'm a Christian. I don't bother no one. And I lick ass. No, I like to get spit on.
Well, now, if that was his flight attendant, I can understand him being punched. That stewardess is just sharing a little too much information.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, I just got out the hospital. I'm in an institution.
Yeah, well, that certainly tracks. Anything else? Boots. His name is Boots.
Macdonald's is racist. These motherfuckers here would not hire a black person. Okay, they racist. Okay.
And I can buy everything else that you've said, but McDonald's doesn't hire black people. Have you ever been to a McDonald's? They most certainly hire black people. All right, Christopher Alexander Morgan of Arizona is accused of assaulting the flight attendant by hitting him in the chest with an airplane telephone and hurling homophobic slurs at him over the refusal of the drink. Sounds like he was already drunk and they were cutting him off. Morgan denied hitting the flight attendant with the phone and told authorities that he's homophobic. I think he's going for a religious expression defense here. Morgan's lawyer, Anna Botello, declined request for comment. The ordeal began when Morgan was found reclining his seat all the way back and he refused to put on his seatbelt. This was before takeoff, by the way. He didn't listen when the victim flight attendant and another person told him to buckle up and bring his seat upright. During the flight, Morgan ordered and was given an alcoholic drink before he asked for a second. The flight attendant offered him a non-alcoholic drink instead. That angered the man. Morgan is accused of calling the flight attendant a faggot and a queer and threw a glass of ice at him. Oh, that's how I would respond. The flight attendant grabbed a telephone aboard the flight to notify the captain of Morgan's actions, but then Morgan walked over, ripped the telephone out of his hands. Then Morgan hit the flight attendant in the chest with the phone and called him another homophobic slur. I bet you a pedophile. That's the new one. Every gay person is a pedophile and a groomer and a friend of Disney. Quote, Delta Flight 2908 on April 22nd from Atlanta to Phoenix was met on arrival by law enforcement following a reported incident involving a customer on board, a Delta spokesperson said. When the flight arrived in Phoenix, Morgan was arrested by the Phoenix Police Department and released into FBI custody. A Delta representative said Delta has zero tolerance for unruly behavior and discrimination at our airports and aboard our aircraft. Nothing is more important than the safety of our people and our customer. Morgan is charged with interfering with a flight crew member on an aircraft and could potentially face a maximum sentence of up to 20 years in prison. Yeah, they don't mess around with you breaking the law up in the air. I mean, what did this guy really do? He called a gay person the F word, hit his chest with a telephone. Boom, 20 years in prison. Well, because it's, on a plane. He's not going to get that, by the way. He'll get off with a fine. Not that kind of get off. All right, second story we have for you. Did you know? This one comes from my neck of the woods. A Lakota school board on Wednesday in Butler County, Ohio, voted 4-1 to censure a board member for posting on Facebook a link that led to inappropriate material. A separate motion passed requesting that the board member, Darby Body, resign immediately. Body, according to the censure's resolution, made the post on her campaign's Facebook account. In the post, she responds to the notion of the district hiring a firm to review its curriculum for potentially objectionable content. Body, who ran on a platform opposing critical race theory, objects to hiring the firm without the board ensuring that both board members and the firm have an understanding of what CRT actually is. But she also objects to sexual education content, which she claims is already found in Ohio schools. And she posts links to such sites as examples of what she finds objectionable, including content about masturbation, sex toys, and anything taught besides abstinence. One of the links originally contained a typo. So in her post on Facebook, she's trying to link to something. She fucked it up. The link contained a typo that actually took users not to the intended site, but to, you guessed it, a site containing sexual content the board found inappropriate. To post pornographic content on an official public-facing school board member account that can be accessed by many of our own students is absolutely unacceptable. That's according to board president Linda O'Connor. Furthermore, to make a public accusation that our curriculum contains such pornographic material is deplorable. Body has since removed the link. She posted a follow-up statement saying, one of the pornographic sites that was put in my communication as part of my list of what to look for in our schools was a typo. And although it was not meant to be part of the communication, it's still representative of the disgusting material that's being put in front of our children. Yeah, but this was like hardcore fucking. That's not found in the curriculum. She says, if a typo brings more attention to this problem, so be it. The board's censure resolution contends it doesn't matter that Body might not have meant to post the link in question. Even if the link was posted inadvertently, Ms. Body demonstrated gross negligence and reckless conduct by posting links on her Facebook page without ensuring that the content therein is appropriate. I have a feeling if this woman wasn't so aggressive towards the board, freaking out over sex education and CRT and all that stuff, I doubt they would have, tried to make her resign. But they took the nuclear option. Body cast the lone no vote on the censure resolution as she walked out of the meeting saying, I will not be a part of this political ruse. Then the board voted 4-0 on the resignation request. Everyone Everyone voted for her to resign. You exposed our community, including potentially children, to inappropriate sexual content, O'Connor said. By trying to raise awareness about what to keep out of our schools, your manner of communication has placed it directly into our school community. Your conduct was fundamentally wrong, and we expect you to take responsibility. That being said, even though everyone on the school board voted for her to resign, it doesn't mean she has to resign. School boards in Ohio don't have the authority to remove one of their fellow board members from the board. So in the end, this was all done for show. It's all theater. A district spokesman said the steps taken at this afternoon's emergency meeting are the strongest actions the board can legally take in response to the situation. So there you go. That's what's happening here in Ohio. More fucked up shit involving schools and porn and CRT and gay shit. It's all so tiresome and boring. All right, final story we have for you today. Let's go to California.
California, California, California tonight.
California, California, California tonight.
Oh, California, oh, here I go.
California, 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 here I come. All right. Thank you. A California woman was rescued after getting stuck inside of a non-flush toilet in Mount Walker. Oh, shit. That's actually in Washington State. I don't have a song for Washington, and it's about a California woman, so California woman, here we go. All right, the unidentified woman dropped her cell phone while using it on the toilet at the mountaintop, which is part of the Olympic National Forest, Tuesday afternoon. The woman took desperate measures to rescue the expensive phone. I'd say it almost killed her, right? That's according to a Facebook post shared Tuesday by the Brent Fire Department. First, disassembling the toilet seat, and then using her dog's leash to latch onto the phone. When that was unsuccessful, she ended up using the dog's leash as a harness to lower herself into the toilet. How is that even possible? You're not Lady MacGyver. Lady MacGyver was a toilet diver.
She didn't care if the whole world.
I bet you guys thought I was going to play the MacGyver theme song. No, I went a different direction. Maud. I want to ensure that absolutely no one gets these references. All right, somehow this bitch used her dog's leash as a harness to lower herself into the toilet. That didn't work very well, and she went in. She fell in, basically, the fire department chief said. The Brent Fire Department said in a post that she fell in the toilet head first. The woman reportedly struggled for 15 minutes before she was able to retrieve her phone. Well, she finally got her phone. Fortunately, she was able to get cell phone service and call 911 to the shitty scene. Local news reports that fire officials at the scene made a cribbing platform that she was able to hold on to and get rescued using blocks to stand on. She was surprisingly unharmed. She's a little stinky. She did not require any medical transport. She did require a good shower. She was washed down and given a Tyvek hazmat-style suit to wear. It's probably more for the other people. Ambulance crew, firemen, just lock the stink in, basically. But thankfully, she's okay and she got her damn cell phone. That, my friends, is your distorted news. See, we're ending on a happy news story. No one died, which is a rarity in these things. Usually, if someone gets hurt, they really get hurt. This woman just ended up covered in shit. There you go. That, my friends, is your distorted news for Friday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Love to hear from you freaks, and there are many ways to contact the show. Show at distortedview.com. I'm all over social media at Distorted View on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/Distorted Show. Yes, we have a new YouTube channel. Have you heard about it? Have I mentioned it? Can't remember if I talked about it on the program yet. There's a link on the main navigation bar over there at distortedview.com. All right, let's do some voicemails. Yeah, that sounds good.
Hey, Tim, it's your sideshow freak and patron Jersey Devil here.
Hey, Jersey
I just
Devil.
saw your latest video, and I wanted to congratulate you on your transition.
That's hilarious. I haven't heard that before. It's because I have long, luxurious hair. You know, as a matter of fact, during Nocturnal Transmission, Cheryl Murkowski called in and made the same fucking joke. So you're late, and you're not original, and fuck you. Also, that video's old. I already got a haircut. So, I'm not transitioning anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If I was, please use my proper pronouns. Tim/they/shithead.
You're looking beautiful.
Thank you.
I look forward to hearing about
I'm a BBW at this point, baby.
your journey, and especially what Lord Douche thinks of the whole situation.
Lord Douche is very upset that I got my hair cut. He liked it long. So, again, fuck you. He has long hair, too. Not like my long hair, though. He has, like, normal guy long hair.
Hey, Tim.
What?
It's Bon G. German guy made this really good MP3 of Galileo intro that you could use for Galileo hot takes. You should probably use them because they're pretty good.
Well, where the fuck? How come you don't send them to me? You just post them in the Discord and expect me to find this shit? I mean, come on. At least give me a heads up. I really got to spend more time in the Discord. Let's see. Tyler Soros messaged me. Just so you know, we prank call Andy. Oh, we've been talking about Andy Dick on the podcast last couple days. We were playing audio of him. We prank call Andy Dick at least once a month. My great big Pete and Vlad, you should join us for a special episode of the prank show. I feel bad. I mean, Andy Dick. I'm so conflicted on Andy Dick. Like, I feel when you see him and how far he's fallen, you kind of feel bad for him. But I also think he had something to do with Phil Hartman's death. Like, remember when Phil Hartman died? And I think it was because Andy Dick gave his Phil Hartman's crazy ex-wife coke or something. I don't know. I there was something about that. There's a lot of blame towards Andy Dick when it comes to Phil Hartman, who I loved. But Andy Dick was part of like one of the greatest sketch comedy. He was a part of the Ben Stiller show, and I love that. But yeah, he's a fucking mess. What do you guys do to him? Like, what are your prank? I want to know about the prank phone calls. I guess everyone should listen to the great big prank show. You want to hear these fellows messing around with Andy Dick? All right, so I'm in the Discord, and I found the German guy's Galileo intros or jingles or whatever they are. Let's take a listen here.
Uncle, what are you doing? Galileo 2333, pedophile from the future. Hot take.
Okay.
Uncle, what are you doing? Galileo 2333,
the same
pedophile
one.
from the future. Hot take.
Oh, there's an explosion at the end of that one. Very good. I love the German accent.
Uncle, what are you doing? Galileo 2333, pedophile from the future. Hot take.
Those are all supposedly different. I guess maybe just tweaks. I will totally play that next time Galileo has a hot take. Every take of Galileo's is a hot take. But thank you very much, German guy. Maybe this weekend I'll go through Galileo's account and see what new stuff he's been posting.
Hey, Tim, Dude Show member Hobo Lobo calling.
Hi,
couple of things. First, thank you so much for Nocturnal Transmissions last week. It was a ridiculous amount of fun.
Oh, good.
A couple people were speculating that Lord Douche might have even made a cameo in your backside braided hair photo, the dude in the background there.
No, that was...
I don't know about that. I think...
The guy that's like across from me is my nephew, Chad.
He actually appeared later on in the show as Homeless Marshall, or whatever the fuck that guy was called, digging through the trash.
That looks more like Lord Douche.
Secondly...
It was Homeless Maynard.
With the Today Show, I think it was, where you're describing the fellow who's fictosexual and wants to fuck Hatsune
Miku. Yeah, we were talking about this on the Sideshow exclusive podcast. Guy married a fictional. That's a new word.
Something.
fictional anime character. Vocaloid, really.
And you played a couple of Miku songs.
Fictional.
The first one is actually a single by the band called Anamanaguchi. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they've actually been around for a long time. They're one of the original chiptune type bands. I think they were around before that name was even commonplace. And they actually do really cool stuff. They play real guitar, bass, and drums on top of the beeps and boops. It's actually a multiple-piece, multiple-person band, and they're an absolute blast to see live.
Yeah, I've never seen a chiptune performance or whatever, concert or whatever live.
Check that out.
Just people pressing buttons on Game Boys.
I think you used to at least be into chiptunes and video game music and things.
Not enough that I know who the artists are. Sometimes I'll do a search for chiptune music, and when we used to do morning morning sickness, that's actually a chiptune version of some anime song that I just fell in love with. Okay, thank you very much for the call. Next up here.
Hey Tim, this is Haley Satanis. You were talking about the new Mountain Dew, or somebody else was on the voicemail line.
Yeah, there's a new Mountain Dew. It's like Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. I haven't found it yet.
Talking about the new Mountain Dew. It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Tastes like regular Mountain Dew with a little bit of bite at the very end.
Yeah, it's like hot cinnamon or something.
Would not buy it.
I'm also not looking forward to the new Coca-Cola creations. We've got we had Starlight, which in my opinion wasn't horrible. And the new one is called Bite, and I'm going to buy it just for the can because it's kind of got a vaporwave kind of vibe to it. But it's called it's called Bite, and it's supposed to taste like Pixels, which is dumb. But it's like a zero sugar thing, and I hate diet drinks.
Hey Tim, Lord Trash here. So I've had a fun morning so far. Came into the office. Door's locked. No one can get in.
Oh, that happened to me a few times at my old office. I was doing a special project, and I was going to be the only person in the office. I would get to come in at 11 o'clock at night and work all night long, and then leave in the morning when the real work has to get done, which is great, I thought. The first 2 nights I went to do this job, the doors were locked, and my key card wouldn't work because it was programmed to only let us in at certain hours. So I basically got paid for nothing for 2 days. It was probably the greatest 2 days of my life.
Exciting. People are throwing temper tantrums that they got let go from their temp jobs.
Oh, wait a second. So you're locked out because you guys lost your job? Well, this is not cool at all. Sorry, I didn't understand.
Locked. No one can get in. Exciting. People are throwing temper tantrums that they got let go from their temp jobs. Exciting.
It sucks.
And now, 40 minutes after business close, I'm still sitting here in the parking lot catching up on emails and messages. And no one's needed me. So I'm starting to think tech jobs aren't real. I don't know. Let me know what you think.
I mean, I don't really know what's going on with your job. I'm not sure. Have you been let go? Do you still work? Have you been fired? Why can't you get in?
Hey, Tim. Haley's Comet calling up.
No.
I don't care what that singer says. I'm an ass man. Boobs are nice and all that. But
is that Haley? I can't tell anymore. So many people call in claiming to be Haley's Comet. This guy kind of sounds like him.
I'm an ass.
I'm going to have to start memorizing his area code.
I'm an ass man. Boobs are nice and all that. But I'm an ass man.
Yeah, I'm an ass man too. All right, thank you very much for all of the calls. Keep them coming. It's all the time we have on this edition of the program. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
A ball of dark energy appeared around my anus.
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Guys, thank you so much for a great week of programs. I'll be back on Monday to do this all over again. Until then, bye, everybody.
So, hey, folks, I'm very disappointed. I want to go to the Trump rally, but my daddy won't let me.
Doesn't that sound like an old country and western song? Wake up in the morning, greet by the sunrise, fixing me some pancakes, pouring out the cornflakes, while Daddy reads the news. I said Trump's in town, and I guess I'm going down to see the man who leads the USA. But Daddy turned to me with a frown on his face and said, boy, don't pull that shit today. Trump rally, MAGA rules. Who needs to graduate middle school? Surrounded by people just like me, too proud of our flag to bend the knee. Full of heart, full of chins, best of all, just white skin. I gotta see Trump, but Daddy won't let me. Trump rally, country lover. No face mask, no nothing to cover. Got the guns, the very best shooters. Crowds packed full of mobility scooters. The bigger the belly, the bigger the bloat. Trump has got that honky-tonk vote. Just gotta see, but Daddy won't let me.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.